latest updates. And now viewers, let's take a look at some of the devastating videos coming in from Indonesia. This is the first video that we are showing you, where you can see a massive bridge is literally shaking after the 7.7 earthquake that has struck Indonesia. You can see people below the bridge, in fact, standing still, trying to fathom what exactly is happening. This is a massive earthquake, and in fact these visuals clearly show you the devastation that has struck Indonesia after the 7.7 magnitude earthquake. People's livelihoods have been essentially destroyed in this earthquake. You can see visuals of the bridge shaking. Let's move across to the second visuals that we're getting from Maumere Flores region in Indonesia, where today the 7.7 earthquake hit. Here you have the rescue personnel, in fact, cutting the debris and trying to rescue whatever they can. In fact, here you can see how rescue personnel are trying to pull apart the debris and trying to see if anybody is stuck beneath the debris after the devastation. Moving across to the third video, this is a very defining video which clearly shows how the massive building has been reduced to rubble, in fact, after the earthquake that has struck Indonesia, a very sensitive zone as far as seismology is concerned of this region. Massive piece of structure here completely destroyed in the aftermath of the earthquake. And here you have the debris, in fact, hitting the vehicles parked beneath the residential society is what it appears. And you have a massive destruction, vehicles destroyed completely. Very defining pictures coming in this morning from Indonesia. Moving across to this picture, in fact, where you have the building structure completely collapsing and reducing to rubble. In fact, people seems like they have rushed out of the houses, in fact, that we are seeing on our screens, and rushing to save their lives, trying to figure out what is happening. Of course, a lot of people sitting across as well, trying to stand still while they let this moment of tragedy pass by. Another visual coming in from what appears to be a seaport in Indonesia, where you have the visuals when the 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck. You have the visuals clearly showing how the boats are shaking, in fact toppling. As you can see, this particular boat being toppled in the earthquake 7.7, and here in the sideways of the seaport on the shores, you can see how boats were damaged. And let's also move across to this visual that seems like to have been shot by someone who is in fact running and literally staring at the water that is completely now inundating this particular region. And moving across to the eighth defining visual that's coming in from Indonesia, this one where people are in fact what seems like rescue personnel are also trying to run, trying to save their lives. People, old age people are also seems to be present there as this complete structure collapses. And here again you have a seaport is what it appears. A lot of people running and rushing to save their lives on the bridge. A lot of vehicles are also parked there, in fact, and you have these visuals, a long shot of the devastation that has taken place in Indonesia. And the final image is this one, the seaport, a defining image coming in. And now we have our guest Naresh Kumar, seismologist, joining us. Sir, a very tragic news we are hearing from Indonesia. 20 people have already lost their lives. This is a massive earthquake, and seems like it was not only located in Flores region, from where we are seeing a lot of devastating images coming out, but across several other regions as well. What do you make of these images that are coming out of the country?
Yeah, it is a mega earthquake, just I can say, because this occurred just a 7.7 magnitude earthquake occurred in the north offshore of Indonesia. The region is seismically active, and it has a very complex tectonic, and the earthquake was expected is there. But most thing is that after the earthquake, there are about 20 aftershocks has been occurred, and these aftershocks are between 4 and 6 magnitude there. So whatever destruction and damage has been done by the main shock, the 7.7 magnitude earthquake, these aftershocks are causing some more damage there, and as it is heard, many casualties have been taken in this earthquake there. So it is, we can say that it's a very shallow focus earthquake in the Indonesia, which earlier also we can see in 92, 7.8 magnitude earthquake has been occurred in the same place, that is just about toward the east region. So it is seismically active region in which the Australian plate is subducting beneath the Sunda plate, which makes the tectonic activities there. And if we can say at 10 kilometer depth, the rupture has been taken place, in which about 100 kilometer length and about 50 kilometer breadth area has been displaced in, and the maximum displacement was about 3 meters. That suddenly took place a very few minutes there. So that is this occurred, and there will be few aftershocks within 2-3 days. The aftershocks will be there. So the particular care should be taken in the epicenter zone near to the coast region, so that there should not be more damage, more destruction due to the aftershocks.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for getting us your perspective and updates in this particular incident. Now, viewers, shifting our focus to some national news now.